So, when there's just so much information out there on the internet and you're trying to figure out what to do with your health, you know that there's something going on with you. Maybe you've got a lot of headaches, maybe you've got some skin problems, maybe you've got a lot of depression or just low mood, you know, all sorts of things. And you're trying to figure out what to do. And you've read all these things and you know that this supplement is good and this food is good and this food is not so good. And you're like, what do I do? And I was pondering it today and how I was going to get it across to you about the way I work and how I can help you with that. The key thing I want to tell you is that all the knowledge is actually inside of you. Okay, yeah, maybe you haven't trained in nutritional therapy, maybe you haven't trained in emotional therapy and understanding yourself emotionally or mentally. Maybe you haven't had that training. But what's absolutely amazing about us human beings, is that we actually have all the knowledge we need inside of us. And what I mean by that is, it's not that we mentally have it, it's that we intuitively have it. And we intuitively know what we need to eat and drink. So let me give you an example. So say, and this is how I work on my body, is that I've had the training and I've worked in nutrition and holistic health for 30 years. So I know a lot about supplements, I know a lot about different foods and how they affect the body. But if I used the sort of mental part of my body to figure out what to do at any given moment, I would be overwhelmed because there's just so much information. It could be this, it could be that, it could be this. And so what I do is I get quiet and I use my intuition. And the difference between using your intuition, which is a bit like a sort of gut instinct, as opposed to working it out mentally, and by the way, you can use both, of course, is that your intuition comes instantly. There's no thought process to it. There's just a knowing. There is a knowing that I need to eat some pink grapefruit, because as I go around the supermarket, I get this sense that I need to buy a pink grapefruit. Now, I don't buy pink grapefruits very often, but I know that when I am intuitively drawn to a pink grapefruit, it's because the bitterness of that grapefruit is going to support my liver at that time. It might be that I want lots of lemon in my water sometimes, because again, the lemon is going to alkalize my body, it's going to detoxify my system. But there's going to be times when it's not appropriate to have the lemon, and it's actually more appropriate to just simply have a cup of hot water. And these are some of the examples I'm using of how I live my life, is that intuitively I allow myself to be drawn by different senses, not just my brain, but a different kind of sensing and intuition about where and what to buy and what to eat at a given time. And it's a most exciting way to live, because it means that you are fully in tune with your system and what your body needs. Now, the problem is that the more out of balance we are, the more stressed we are, the more we can't hear that intuition, or we can't sense it, or we can't pick up on it. And so the work that I do with my clients is to clear that messaging, to clear that gunk in your body. Both physically, I can help you with that, but emotionally, especially emotionally, the thoughts you're thinking, the feelings you're having, bringing you back to the truth of who you are, the essence of yourself, bringing you back into balance, into quietness, into calm, so that you can hear your inner voice. But there's a lot of belief systems within us, built up over many years from our childhood experiences, from our adult experiences, from our life experiences, that dictate how we how we cope with our lives and what we do in our lives. And it's clearing through that dross, clearing out the stuff that isn't useful and inviting in what is useful, that is so, so crucial on your journey back to health and well-being. And that is the work that I do. And it's the work that any holistic therapist who is worth their while is not going to be giving you a diet plan or giving you a quick fix, or just do this and you'll be fine, or do a gallbladder flush and you'll be fine, or do this quick remedies and this, and this. What I believe is the most effective, or who I believe is the most effective therapist, is someone who facilitates you back to the truth of who you are, who helps you to clear out the dross that isn't working for you, the thoughts that aren't working for you, the stress that you're holding in your body, whether that's through physical therapy, whether that's through cranial osteopathy, whether that's through Reiki, whether that's through burning incense or burning sage, whether that's through movement medicine, whatever it is that helps you to clear out the dross and bring you back to center, so you can hear that inner voice and let it guide you to the correct way to eat and drink, which supplements to take, how many potatoes to eat. And that's what's exciting about it, because if we just make those decisions from our brain, for example, I need to take probiotics because I've got thrush, or I need to drink green tea because that's going to be quite cleansing to my liver, or whatever. It might work. If someone tells you to do that, it might be the right thing. If they're intuitively guided, they may well be able to guide you. But wouldn't it be amazing if you can clear out the stuff that is holding you back from the wisdom that lives inside of you, so that you become your own inner guide? And that is the work we do when we work together, is that I don't just give you a plan or give you, tell you to drink green tea or take vitamin D or do this or do that. I don't tell you to do all these things that might only work for 5 seconds. What I do is I help you to come back to who you are and connect with that inner voice that will guide you for the rest of your life in the right direction of what you need at that time. It might be you need to do a coffee enema. It might be that you need to go on retreat. It might be that you need to drink more water. It might be that you need to eat loads of short grain brown rice to support the bowel. But it might not be. And it's you that's going to guide you. But I help you to do that, not by telling you what to do in that moment, but by helping you to clear out what's not clear. And just get in touch with yourself and discover those ways of coming back to yourself. And of course, we all fall out of alignment with ourselves. I fall out of alignment with myself. Sometimes I need to seek outside help to come back to the truth of who I am, to get me back on track. But ultimately, that therapist is just reminding me of who I am and what I need to be doing at that point. She or he is in alignment with my truth. And then off I go again. And I balance myself again. And then maybe I need to see somebody else to sort me out again and help me get back on track. So these people are not telling you anything you don't already know deep within your inner self. They're not telling you anything new. You know this stuff. It's just that it's got a bit buried with all the stress of life, with all the limiting beliefs, the negative thoughts, all of the crap. So a lot of the work I do is working on your head, in the sense of the thoughts and the feelings you're having, and helping you to get in touch with those, release the stuff that isn't serving you, get back into that centered place. And then we introduce the changes to the diet. And I introduce different techniques you might not have heard before, but that intuitively to you feel right for you. So you're not giving your power away to somebody in authority to tell you what to eat and drink, what supplement to take. You are guided from within. I might suggest that vitamin D is very helpful for such and such, but you will know intuitively when to take it and how much to take it. But that is a journey of sometimes needing to work with someone to come back to that place of inner balance and centeredness, where you can actually hear that inner voice and be able to then take the steps and make the choices, the health choices, and listen to that gut instinct, that intuition, and trust it. When you're drawn to buying that pink grapefruit, or you're drawn to buying that delicious particular range of green tea, or you're drawn to something else, it's because it feels right and your body needs it and wants it. Doesn't mean you start having it every day. I'm not going to have pink grapefruit every day, but it might be that in that moment you need it because it's going to create a cleansing, a release of toxins in some way, or have some other effect. So I hope you found that helpful. And if you're interested, get in touch and let's jump on a call and have a chat about what do you need. You know, where do you want to go? What are your aims this year? You know, how do you want to feel? You know, and hopefully I can help you. I'd love to help you. So lots of love, and I hope you've had an amazing Christmas and a nice restful time, this time between Christmas and New Year, where you can just take some time for yourself. Big hug. Bye.